Good evening, RPG Limit Break and Race fans. Welcome to Final Fantasy Randomizer's Winter Tournament 2025, The Great Chaos Caper. My name is Softnome, and I am joined in the booth by Classic Gamer 76. How are you doing today?
I am doing pretty good, and I am ready to see this.
Yeah, this is going to be great. We have Guardian Marcus, Jesus the Frog, Rax, and Fellison on Restream. So some excellent runners, all of them very accomplished runners. Some of them newer, some of them have been around a while, and so we have a fighter nun start today. Fighters you're forced into a nun.
Alrighty, and we have got some divergence for that fourth character. So, go to our Blursing. The fighter has plus 10 luck, which would help some early running. Thief has telemagic if you can find it. The black belt, which we will not see, has plus equip axe. Don't care anyway. The red mage, though, has a bonus sage. That's really nice. So that's probably why we're seeing 3 of them on screen. The white mage has a plus 10% hit bonus, and the black mage resists lightning, status, and fire.
Yeah. So, interesting that Jesus has decided to go with the black mage, even with the red mage having the sage blessing. So we'll have to see how that goes. I did want to note that thank you for our trackers, Ravioli and Sin Pyro, and our restreamer Mecklin, doing the great work today to bring us all this wonderful race that we will get started here in about a minute. So, Classic Gamer, how much experience do you have with the Winter Tournament flag set?
Well, I reviewed it just now a few minutes ago and this other day. I wanted to play a seed before doing this, but I never got around to it. So. But I have taken a good look.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. I just making some conversation here, but yeah, these are some interesting seeds, and so we'll kind of go over some of the highlights here while we get started. But we are on a shard hunt, so we are looking for 24 shards here today, and shards will be behind trapped chests. The trap chests will pull from the local area, so they'll be in Volcano, for instance, you get fire enemies. In Earth, you'll get a bunch of undead, things like that. Let's see what else is interesting here. As we get started, and we can hire a fighter, and then we're not going to.
Yeah, we don't need another fighter. I wonder if Zeus the Frog was gambling on a red mage being recruitable, but let's see what we have. Actually, fairly decent weapons. That's very nice. Oh, yeah. And level 1 warp. That's nice for that. I mean, let's see what's in. Take a look at white when we get a chance here. But we actually don't see any AoE sweepers, so that's something they might have been looking for. We've got some nicely blessed weapons here in the weapon shop.
We have Fog and Lamp and Invis Cure on the white magic side. It looked like when Jesus went in there, Guardian Marcus is already on their way to Topher, and Fellison is already there.
Yep. Well, speaking of Lamp, we do have Improved Darkness on in this flag set, and as well as Improved Lamp, so Lamp could actually be useful. Whether it'll be purchased is another question.
Yeah. Guardian Marcus taking a gamble on this shard chest up here. It's just a couple wolves, something that we will be able to take care of pretty easily. Fellison, on the other hand, skipped it. Was going straight to Garland. Got through Garland with that nice sword. So we get a slap from the king.
When Rex takes the wipe to Garland, that's not good. We'll see how Guardian Marcus fares.
Ooh, that's pretty rough. He does throw out a temper there. And we did get the adamant from Sarah, so possibly see our runners go. That might drive our runners to go clockwise, although Fellison's just proving me wrong here, or going clockwise. rather. But it may kind of drag our runners to dwarf with the adamant. We'll have to see. With no sweeper and everything, it's always a little bit rough.
Yeah, that's interesting. Fellison's screen went black when she went into... There we go. It might have been a sync.
Yeah, it must have been some sort of issue there with...
Ice 3 at level 2 black. That's nice to see. That's a pretty effective sweeper.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that'll get them through the pirates.
Yep. And Invis 2 at level 2. That's, of course, very nice to see.
Yep. So the pirates beating up on Portina here.
Someone tipped him off that she got Ice 3 at the Black Magic Shop, but she gets it off, and let's see what Vicky has for us.
6 levels, which is great.
Yep.
A canal.
Yeah.
That'll be useful when we find the ship.
And we have a bottle for sale here in Provoca.
Ooh, and it's pretty cheap, too. Jesus turning in that adamant, and we get an adamant crown, which is a perfectly reasonable thing to make out of adamant, so, you know, makes sense.
Jesus the Frog takes down the bridge boss.
Yep, and Rax here is doing a little bit of a grind on the way, it looks like. Interesting kind of play there. We'll have to see how they fare.
Jesus the Frog taking on Astos, the adamant crown that Astos is so interested in.
Yeah, unfortunately I missed what Astos said that they were going to give us for this wonderful crown.
It is the TNT.
So double dope of dwarves is maybe required. I mean, depends on what the TNT turns into, of course. But I would imagine most of our runners are going to end up doing that at some point.
All right, Rax picks up his canal. Going to go find that bottle is there in Canaria? Or, excuse me, Provoca?
Very close to being able to purchase it as well. I didn't see who was for sale in Provoca yet.
Yeah, I don't think the runners have checked, but we get an herb from Narek.
Oh, okay. That's kind of fine. We can go into F-Land, get some spells.
And see what the Elf Prince has for us today.
Yep. For sure. So some interesting divergence is going to kind of coalesce around the herb here, probably turning into the canoe or the ship, because we're kind of running out of places, things it could be. I guess it could be the key. But we're running out of things that it can reasonably be.
As I recall, I don't think Marsh is incentivized. Of course, even when it's incentivized, we don't want to necessarily go there.
Right. So, herb does turn into ship, which opens up pretty much one check for us.
But we do have the canal, so it might give us a few other things.
No, I think the only thing it turns on is Crescent. Because I think you need the canoe for everything else that it would activate.
Guardian Marcus picks up his heavy crown of adamant. Meanwhile, Rax is taking on Astos. Going to try to pick up that reward, the TNT.
Yep.
Level 4 Brack and Hold.
Oh, that's pretty nice. Level 4 Heal 3. We pass on, but still not a bad choice. And I believe that we were hoping for houses. Because I don't think we've found them yet. But checking there.
Right, Guardian Marcus picks up his TNT as Rax picks up his herb.
And Jesus going to go ahead and pick up the canal here. Knows that this has to be the canal. Should walk in here with some sweepers. See if Guardian Marcus checks the person shop. But Ice 3 is a great pickup. Get you through the early game.
Yep, not a lot of things resist ice, well, the undead being the notable exception, so that will get you some definite progress.
So Fellison counting out the table here. Gonna head over to Crescent, see what the sages have for us. Pretty sure this has to be Canoe, but we'll see. There we find houses for sale for almost $2,000 a piece, but nice other camping supplies there. So, let's see, level 6 life 2, level 6 brews.
There's Nuke.
Zap, cake, all at level 6. Nice thing to know. Oh, I get it. Okay. Yes, it can't be the ruby.
Yep, so we have the ruby, which would open up Sarda for us.
It opens up Sarda, and also Titan's Trove is incentivized, so we'll get a couple items out of it. So.
He's just a frog has picked up his Sage Red Mage, is getting some magic for it. I like this play, especially the Invis 2 purchase.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. Being able to pick up that Red Mage and Provoca is, now you have Red Black. Looks like we are taking the... Gonna go ahead and get some Temper and Warp for us for our Red Mage. And what did we like the looks of in here in Viz? Okay. Ooh, rubies are my favorite.
Wilson going out, and looks like she's going to burn off an encounter perhaps before checking the incentive. Yep, that's exactly what she's doing.
Yep. Ooh, and a Masa.
Ooh. Always love to see that.
Yeah, that's an upgrade.
That's between the Sage on the Red Mage and the Masa. How much do we really care about finding that tail now?
Yeah, there's the Canoe. So we'll see what Sarda has. The Canoe will open up Volcano and Ordeals and Waterfall for us. Although I wouldn't expect our runners to go to Waterfall until they have the Oxyale.
I'm thinking of Void and Vanilla Rod from Sarda, so that opens up Earth. Of course, our fiends have vanilla scripts, so that could... You know what Lich is going to have, but it could be a little annoying with his level 2 tier magic, although... Get a few levels and that's not really going to matter.
Yeah, we'll have to see. So it is Shard Hunt, so we don't really need to light the orbs, but the fiends are worth shards. So we'll have to see what Fellison decides to do with that, and all of our runners, as several of them have found the ruby and are now heading back to the Melmond continent.
The Earth and Fire orbs are worth 2 shards. Sea and Sky are worth 4, so, definitely runners might want to take a look at those 2 locations.
Yep, definitely a strong possibility, especially once we get there. The Oxyale and the Cube still required to get into the fun parts of those dungeons, so... Good time. The spiders have nice touches here that are annoying racks, but that happens. Racks grabbing their canoe.
Guardian Marcus is about to pick up his rod.
Yeah, so an interesting kind of like spread of the early game, kind of driving all of our runners into this kind of area. Also translating the slab, which is a good thing to stop in and do here. Never know when you're going to end up with a floater and want to go over there.
That's true,
Airboat.
especially
Oh.
you brought up what I was about to say, especially in this flag set because the airboat is on. So as soon as you get that floater, that ship can launch into the sky.
Yes, and definitely fun flag to have on. Sunsword's not bad if we hadn't found that Masa.
I mean, you can stick it on the red mage to the point extent where you want red mages to do melee anyway, but that can save a few spell charges here and there.
Yeah, and especially against single targets, maybe it's your go-to airboat, best boat.
I have to agree, airboat definitely the best boat.
Airboat, speedboat, best boat. Which is both in this flag set. It is also fast. Slow boat feels so slow. Speedboat is great.
Yeah. Anything vanilla speed feels so slow.
Yes. Instructions on clear speedboat. Held B the entire time. Ooh. One shot our red mage. That is not great.
Not great at all. Saw some ice armor +5 in that chest. That's really great for a fighter.
Saw life 2 at level 6. We haven't seen life yet, so it's unfortunate.
Yep. Both life and life 2 can be used in battle.
Mm-hmm. Definitely an option folks will be taking advantage of. Unfortunately, the thief. So the Black Knight and the White Ninja are on in this flag set. So the spells are kind of reversed. So Lena here and our fighters are going to end up with the black charges. So Warp and Temper and Saber is at level 1, which is great for the fighter. But I haven't seen a thief yet. So those white charges not coming into play.
And of course, you still have to promote, which can be going a little out of the way as well. All right, Sister Frog is now in Elfland. Looks like he's going to pick up some supplies.
All that's for sale in Elfland is eelpots.
Yeah.
It's always sad. It looks like Guardian Marcus picked up the second red mage in Provoca. I like that play.
I like that play too, especially with the Sage.
Yeah, with the Sage on it. Yeah. Nice coral sword that, we've kind of outclassed, but, it's kind of nice to find. In 16 minutes, I told you wouldn't care about a coral sword. You'd kind of look at me funny, so.
I'd ask, what did you find before 16 minutes? And of course...
Right. Oh, that's kind of a gross pack. Ice 3 is our friend, but...
Slow definitely is not.
Yeah, not great. Of course, the fighter's still taking care of business there, which is good, but... Guardian Marcus being careful to avoid the spike tiles around the boxes. Sometimes you'll see runners hit them intentionally to figure out if there's a good grind there. Guardian Marcus not even bothering to hit the spike tile. Ooh, and the crystal. Could be anything.
Yep. But it won't be nothing because we don't have any duds in this flag set.
Yep, no real duds. There are 3 non-key items in the pool that it could be. It is the Excal, the Power Bonk, as we call it, and the Defense Sword. But
Yeah.
no, like 57 gold or something.
Yeah. And Lich has Stun Touch, and Lena is just didn't, or it was
Ooh,
Stun Spell, or maybe both. This is painful to watch.
and now we're asleep. Oh, that's too bad.
That is definitely unfortunate. Of course, the Sun Sword that both of them can use, but most notably the Red Mage, because the fighter will have the Masa, will get a nice bonus against Lich. And
Like the Masa took care of it on Rax's side.
Philson having to re-die, but she'll know exactly what chest she wants, so it should be a little quicker this time around. And Jesus the Frog.
Ordeals. Yeah.
Yeah. Mancats can be a little annoying because, well, they resist everything except time, but fortunately they don't have a lot of HP or MDF.
Yeah, but with our vanilla touches on, you gotta watch out for the sorcerers and death touch.
Yes.
You can just kind of find them. It's kind of bad.
Yeah. And of course, you would also go for Sky and Skyfloor and Topher. We've got the Axial, so that opens up C for us once we can get up there.
Yep. Once we find the floater, none of the northern docks are on in this flag set. Now, as we go through the tournament, that changes. I believe at the round of 32 is the first one, and that opens up the Melmond path, if I remember right. So you don't need the canal or the ship to get to Melmond.
Right. Guardian Marcus taking on Lich makes quick work of him.
Yeah.
Of course, one of the problems Phillison had against Lich is that her Red Mage was down, so that we'll hope see if she can get down here without losing the Red Mage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There were no good choices there.
Yeah. I like this move, putting the Sun Sword on the Red Mage to get the bonus, and the Red Mage doesn't like the vampire attacking her and takes it down.
Yes. Level 5 fast. It's pretty nice.
But it is unfortunately out of range of the Black Knight.
Yes. Still only get the 1 through 4 spells. Lich demands respect.
Simparo and chat pointing out not only is Lich demanding respect, but it seems like the floater is going to be Matoya or Canaria locked at this point. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, I mean...
So that would actually mean, even though didn't have to necessarily get the shards from Lich, the Dive of Earth would have been will be required if that turns out to be the case.
Oh, it looks like Matoya is chime locked. So we can still check the volcano and the waterfall. I would expect Jesus... Oh, Jesus is going to go to this continent. Okay. With that Oxael, it's pretty inviting to go to Onrak and possibly try and get through there. I guess you don't really want to go to Onrak without the key with Mermaid Prison on.
That is quite true. Of course, sometimes the seed doesn't care about your little optimizations and forces that sort of thing anyway.
Yes. Yes. I mean, you could have key and waterfall, and that would be great for whoever decides to go there first.
Right, Rax meanwhile making his way through ordeals.
Yep. Ooh, heal hat.
Which with out of any ribbons, I don't think we've seen it. He's not a bad piece of actual armor.
No, I don't
But
think we've seen much in the way of resistance gear yet.
Guardian Marcus also making his way through ordeals.
Yeah. That Oxale. Not actually unlocking any key items. For us, unfortunately. But usually part of the kit that we would require. Gotta get our shards somewhere. C's a fine place to get them.
Yeah, C has a lot of chests, so you can definitely pick up quite a few shards. But if you already have the key, you can pick things up at mermaids without the risk of encounters.
Yep. And sometimes it can be TFC.
That is quite true. Yeah. C is in a random locked location, so, incentive could be in the mermaids or it could be in TFC.
Yep. One of our red mages going to sleep. The other one's still up, though, and able to cast Ice 3. Decide to...
Listen is, working her way through ordeals and just got the reminder about those vanilla death touch sorcerers.
Oh.
Plenty of bad memories there.
Exactly. Fighter's just kind of down on Rax's side.
But the red mage got through.
Oh, we're going to Volcano. It's kind of the next logical place to try.
Yes, I like this play. It's the next logical place. You can get quite a few chests and quite a few shards, even if you don't take on carry.
Yeah. We do have telemagic on... We do have warp, rather, on the red mages and the black mages, so... Not too bad to get out of, either. So you don't necessarily have to take on carry.
And Ravioli and chat point out sorcerer also death touch Rax's fighter. That's, I mean, vanilla touches can be no fun. Of course, one nice thing's ice not incentivized and not going to have any loose or anything. We don't have to go there, which that has some of the worst touches in vanilla.
Yep. Ice not incentivized. Not going to give us an item. Oh, nice opal shield.
If we promote that, it'll be nice. Flame shield plus 5 there, and ordeals is also very nice.
Rex deciding that the non-trapped chests in the hairpin's not worth it today. Probably wise. We already have our Masa.
Yeah, I would definitely tend to agree. He's just a frog making his way through Earth. When they go down, take out what is not quite a speed bump, especially since hit points are, as I recall, 150% for the bosses, so that would give him 600 HP.
Yes. Our hydrant here.
It takes it down, gets another shard.
Yep. Deep Volcano is going to be where we're going to find the items, so we know that the armory here isn't going to have any of our key items in it, but still usually pretty juicy, worth a couple shards, maybe a good item, maybe some armor, maybe a ribbon. Ribbon would be great.
Yeah, Guardian Marcus gambling on the hairpin. Thor Hammer plus 4, that is actually not too bad because you can get some free AoE out of that.
Yeah. Better than a lot of things that end up there, for sure. So
Wilson,
Rax,
meanwhile... Oop, go ahead.
I was going to say warping out, saving, going to continue the dive into deeper volcano. Is the frog gonna pick up? Oh, it's just reviving. Okay.
Yep. Right, Wilson's now heading towards Volcano herself. Like after a little early divergence, she's basically funneling everyone back together.
Yeah, that's the winter tournament flag set has this sort of tendency of being able to kind of go out and in and out and in. He's just gonna bonk off here. Oh, no time.
So interesting to see when we find out what the volcano incentive is. It could be chime or it could be floater. It would be kind of interesting to see. It would be very interesting as floater because that means Metoya's can be holding something else. Oh, white shirt +5 for Rax.
Ooh, that's nice. And Rax also finding a katana, which doesn't really help us right now, but if we find a thief and we take it, maybe. Setting the ice sword in Volcano might be better than the sun sword. I would agree, even though we're just going to finish it off with the Masa anyway. Ooh, there's our chime lock.
Yep. So it'll give us... Rather. Yep. Now give us access to Metoya, who... I would be rather surprised if she didn't have the floater, or maybe a key that leads to the floater.
Yeah. Yeah. There is always that possibility, though, that the key that Metoya has nothing, has the Excalibur, let's say, and that Waterfall has our key.
That is very true. That would be quite the spicy play.
Yeah, especially since most of our runners are probably going to go and turn in the, quote-unquote, turn in the chime. Oh, you're right, Sinpyro. I keep saying that. You're right. Can't get into Waterfall without the floater, I forgot. So, Metoya has to be the key or the floater. My bad. I keep on thinking this dock is on. It's always on.
Dragon Armor +5 for Rax, so that would be nice if he promotes.
Yeah.
Skipping the red D chest, which I understand we have the incentive. Why? Well, I mean, it might be useful to check for a good grind, but this deep, do we really care?
Right. One shard isn't going to be worth the 2 spike tiles you got to get through, probably. Ooh, and Carrie not hitting that fighter very hard at all. Very nice.
Nope. Like this, the wall cast protecting the fighter. You have temper.
300 damage coming out. And we dodged the dart.
Yeah. And Carrie is down.
Yeah, 750, so... Nice.
Yep,
nice
that Matza's...
There.
Yep, that Matza's putting in some work.
Yep. Sirax exits Volcano, a chime, richer, and 10 shards. Now we're going to go back to our boat and sail back into the inner sea and go and visit a witch.
It's to see which route they take. They could actually go around a little north, but looks like Rax is going to take the direct route into the inner sea. Metoya is the floater, of course. We can just take off from wherever we are.
You could go south and kind of wiggle around. But we're just going to go the normal way.
Which, if it ends up being something like having to head to Canaria locked, could actually be quite beneficial.
Yep. It's a few
Yeah.
extra steps if it's directly the floater, but oh, and there's a shard in here.
Yep. Guardian Marcus taking down his carry. Felicity is taking on carry herself.
Ooh, 500. Nice damage on that Masa. Please be key.
Yeah. And unnoticed, there's also Dragon Sword +5, which would have been nice earlier, but the Sun Sword and Ice Sword, well, don't care, but it will get a bonus against Tia.
Yeah, if we get to that point, I don't know.
That is an if, because, Shard Hunt, we don't necessarily have to take them all down, and it is a long walk up to Tia.
Yep. We have two spike boxes, 2 trap boxes. So one of these is a shard, and one of these is going to be exactly the floater. And it's the other one, of course. Ooh, a ribbon.
That is always nice to see.
And we are very sword rich in this seed. So that was a flame sword. Just not that bad.
Nope, Flame Sword, great bonus against the Undead, and we might not see it, it gets a nice bonus against Warmech.
Yeah. And we got the floater. And Rack's doing a very cute thing and parking right outside of Provoca here, using that airship, the airboat.
Yep,
correctly.
Airboat is one of our newer flags, but one of the nice things is, didn't come up in this seed, but if you need to get to Ordeals, and you already have the floater, well, you don't have any conundrums about taking the ship or not.
Yeah, it also means that you can get the floater without the canoe, which is nice. Or at least you can turn in the floater without the canoe. And the ferry gives a power walk. Wah, wah. But that's actually pretty good.
Yep, that's always nice to see.
We're gonna see if there's a thief here. Yep. Taking the thief. Oh, I like Rax is using a black knight and a white ninja tile set. That's very neat.
Yep, I like that too, actually. Very appropriate for this flag set.
Yep. So Rax probably gonna try and find that tail, I would guess. Fortunately, the wolves just beat up on the poor knight, or the poor thief, so can't gain any experience.
One of the things the new recruits coming in late will be having to gain all those levels, although Katana +5, Thief doesn't have to gain a ton of levels.
No, especially as the secondary melee in this seed.
And that's the loot in Lefane, so that is a big pickup.
Yeah. So that slab turn-in is going to end up being key. No pun intended. But it's going to be important for our runners here, and that does put Rax into a very technical state of go mode.
Yep, he just needs to get his shards and maybe some levels.
Mm-hmm. So sometimes we see people starting their Toph dive at level 22, their lower 20s. So we might see once we collect all of our shards, that we just kind of go ahead and dive Toph. Let's see.
Doesn't hurt to feel things out. We've got a mid-Topher this flag set.
Yep. Very fun flag. Makes Topher still kind of a little bit scary, but not like a big slog to get thrown out of.
Of course, there's no third floor to grind on, but you can still grind on the first, which has, gas these, fight these metal slimes.
Yeah.
I don't know if it has gas. I know it has 1 to 2 worms.
Yeah, there's a few things you can encounter on that first floor that wouldn't be bad to take. Oh, and that thief already kind of getting up there. Robot gives us an Excal.
And we actually got a tail out of the Cardia. That's kind of amusing.
Oh, our Cardia Islands have a tail?
Yes. Of course, it's more hilarious when Bahamut's Horde's on.
Yes. Because you never want to go there, but sometimes you have to.
Like, a test of your courage. Were you bold enough to risk the double dip?
Guardian Marcus is going to clean up some of the chests in here, looking for shards. Yep. Deciding that one's not worth it. No shards there. No shards there. Gonna reset out. Gonna go ahead and promote.
He's just a frog's going to pick up his power bonk.
Yup.
Hey, Guardian Marcus is going to promote. And he's found that tail.
Looks like we're gonna put on here. Making a lot of sense.
Going for a high absorption approach, which you can only have 1 ribbon and the red mages can learn wall, so take a little bit of a gamble with no ribbon or pro ring.
Yep. And of course, I'm pretty sure we know everything that is going to happen now, because I'm pretty sure the cube has to be in C here. And then the defense sword has to be in Guy. Unless I'm missing a location again or misremembering something, but...
Right. Rax is breaking into the mermaid prison with his key.
Thief lockpicking is on too, it's notable. It's at level 22 though.
Bane Sword +5, not a bad weapon. It's free AoE, although I mean we do have Brakpa can be useful against Kraken. Should we take him on? Or Tia?
Yep.
And
we're definitely
Rex,
gonna have to take on some of them.
Only looking for Mark Chess here, not even bothering to carbonate Bubbles, who isn't hiding something for once.
Nope. Probably see lots of our runners do that. Open up the window, see if there's any shards, take the shards, leave.
Yep, got all the equipment we need. No reason to be looting. We know where the incentives will be marked, so we don't need to worry about those either.
Yeah, it is notable that due to a quirk of the programming, or maybe an intentional decision, the Excal, the Power Bonk, and the Defense Sword will not be marked. So they do not live behind a trap test because they are not key items. So, kind of interesting. You could end up with not having pulled the key item, but then you know it's one of those. So,
in this case, it would be the Defense Sword, since we've seen the Excal and Power Bonk.
And so that's how it'll be in Sky if we bother to try and even find it in Sky, which I don't really see our runners doing at this point, but could be interesting.
Wilson taking on Kraken, who does not hit that fighter very hard. Falling up and now starting to temper.
So, question from chat: does the randomizer work similarly to the free enterprise one? It does. It is a key item randomizer, so the key items are kind of mixed up. We're playing a flag set right now that was kind of like the key items in Trap Chests flag set from free enterprise. So all of the marked chests that you see on the screen either contain a shard, which we call shard hunt. You need 24 shards to open up the temple of the warp to the Temple of Fiends Revisited, or a key item. So it does kind of work similarly. There's some differences, obviously, between the games and the randomizers, but it's a very similar concept.
Jesus the Frog entering C. Ellison re-entering. So she's going to check Mermaid's side.
Yeah.
Right. Rax taking down Kraken. Thief does not do much, but the fighter sure does.
Thief is down.
Yep, Thief was just in a blade of meat shield in this fight, but served that role well. And Kraken is down for Rax, so that'll be 4 more shards for him.
Yeah, Rax must be getting close.
All right, noted a few minutes ago, Rax was at 19 just a few minutes ago, so he's at least 23. Listen was at 21, so she's at least 25, so she's actually going to be in go mode from a shard perspective.
Yep. And she has the key in the loot, so might just be happy with her loadout and decide that we don't need any more levels or anything.
She might just be looking to see if she can pick up a quick good incentive. All right, Marcus taking down Kraken. I thought maybe she's going to go for the Quad X play, but not quite. Lock, I like it.
Yeah. Ooh, 9-8. 908. I might go for Quad X here, except for we're just not. We're just going to swing our sword. And our sword does enough damage to kill Kraken.
If there was doing math on Twitch, the Kraken would have had 1200 HP, so that was a very solid play. It wasn't going to survive another swing.
Yeah. Rack's still opening boxes. Found another ribbon, which is great. Their second one.
So maybe looking to do a quick dive here to pick up some items.
Guardian Marcus may need some strange number of shards that makes this a good play. Like 2. Rack's finally finding that tail. I'm pretty sure that the last location, or second to last location anyway. Yeah, that would make that play make sense, Ravioli. If Guardian Marcus only needs 2 shards, this is definitely a thing I've seen people do. Just kind of duck in here. It needed 1.
Yep. Oh, this is a nice find.
Ooh, worms.
Got 2 new casts. You can get some quick levels here.
Yeah. Ooh, that one. A couple of them surviving a couple nukes. That's unfortunate. We also have the flag that if your enemy is killed that you targeted, it rolls over. I don't remember what it's called, but it works like most RPGs.
Yeah, auto retarget works like most except Final Fantasy 1 and actually I think Final Fantasy 2.
Yep.
That's Final Fantasy 2 NES original.
Right, the Final Fantasy 2, not Final Fantasy 4 to US.
Yeah. Or any of the remakes of Final Fantasy 2 for that matter.
Oh yeah, retargeting is on all of them, isn't it?
Except maybe Origins, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yep. The Borzoi in chat say, yeah, FF1 and FF2 didn't do that originally. FF3 is the first auto retarget. Yes. Thank you. Yep, Guardian Marcus is indeed taking a worm grind, so let's be big, get a little more survivability on his characters, especially the 2 red mages. Or really red wizards now.
Yeah, and we know that first turn nuke is a possibility on Lich, right? Because we have vanilla scripts. So you're looking at those hit points going, do I want to risk a turn 1 nuke and both of my potential life casters being gone?
Yep. Alright, but Guardian Marcus now going to Topher. First, the Topher at just under 48 minutes, at least on stream. Or am I wrong? But it's like this is already in Topher. I missed that. Because she's already heading up to Lich 2. Just going melee, and there's that first turn.
Ooh.
Did I see a max roll on poor Lena?
Yeah, 400. And we survived both of them. That's great. Or some heal pots down her. She'll be fine.
Yep. Right, taking the route down and around to carry that I always forget about when playing mid-Topher. Right.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to remember.
Not
it's
a great swing from that Masa there. Of course, not exactly a great swing from Carrie either, but I like that she's saving resources for Kraken and Tia, which can be the real gatekeepers. Meanwhile, Guardian Marcus is also on Carrie too. With a few more levels and, 2 high level red mages, I think Guardian Marcus has a little bit of an advantage here. Rax, meanwhile, up on Sky 4 and, sees a robot walking around and decides, no, I'm not going to take it.
Yep. We have roaming Wormex on, but Rax deciding that we need the shards here out of Tia. Has the party to take Tia. Not hard at all here. Kraken 2 and Guardian Marcus's side, we have dueling Kraken fights.
Yep. And takes the knight down before the red mage can heal it. But
we do have a life 2.
Yep, remembering that life 2 in battles, Kraken's like, you're not doing that again.
Oh man.
Well, it's going to be man. Yep, it's going to be man more for Phillison, or maybe it's woman mode with the Valkyries of Light on.
Yep. Valkyrie mode.
Right, making some adjustments, moving the ribbon up.
Yeah, I like that.
It looks like they're on the same encounter table here, getting the same annoying Twilight Party Pack.
And almost in step into Tia.
Yep. Using that power bonk to charge up. Not really worried about Tia's melee, and I wouldn't be either with the armor on that fighter.
Yeah, we're using up some of our tempers here on Tia. Tia can be, as you said, pretty big wall in these flags. 150% is pretty good scaling.
Yep. Philson's ready for a man mode Chaos now. With vanilla scripts, we know that Chaos will have Nuke, Cure 4, and Slow 2, and I like this, moving either the slot 3 to potentially get an RNG loop. Big hit from Chaos.
We're just going to power bonk and hope that Crack doesn't kill us.
Alright, Guardian Marcus is about to pull his Chaos. Let's see if he can find that RNG loop. Oh, Slow 2 landed.
Ooh, that is rough.
But, oh, that's not the RNG loop we're looking for. Oh, Miss Swirl.
5 hit points. This does not look like the dive for Fellison, unfortunately.
Nope.
Nope.
Meanwhile, Guardian Marcus is taking on Chaos and visiting up. Fasting the Night, which is also in slot 3. And using a bunch of tempers. Flow 2 lands on the Red Wizard. We like that. More tempers. More Invis. Power Bonk. Heal. Meanwhile,
It looks like
Wax-
we're just waiting for that Cure 4 to come out.
Yep,
then
and
we'll
it just
start swinging.
Yep, more tempers. Fire 3. We're not concerned about that. 539. Maybe we do a little locking here. Or maybe we just keep the buffs coming.
Throw temper at the problem. Ooh.
Yep.
1,1100 or 1,160. Good swing.
Chaos fasts. Takes down a red mage.
And GG's to Guardian Marcus, our first runner on stream finishing.
Alrighty, so go for it. Right. Well, meanwhile, we had Spellzap finishing first at 50 minutes 5 seconds. Wheelbear finishing second, 51 minutes 50 seconds. Guardian Marcus is our third place finisher at 53 minutes 30 seconds. So
GG's Guardian Marcus.
Thank you very much.
So, go ahead.
Yeah, Zay, what were your thoughts going into this particular flag set?
It's been very generous with the blur things, with the fighter having +10 luck and the red mage having Sage, and then once there was another red mage in Provoca, it just seemed pretty clear what to do.
Yeah, so you did sort of open up the same way for everyone, as the winter tournament seeds have been doing. I guess I'll ask the question I've been asking kind of along. How much practice have you been doing for the winter tournament?
I did, before it started, I had probably done about a dozen, maybe finished half of them. Chaos was, I just need to adjust a little bit for the chaos fight, which I have. Normally don't grind at the end there like I did today. I was trying to get some 3 or 4 charges on my red mages.
That makes sense. We did see you take the little bit of a grind there, so that makes sense. And you and Fellison were actually in Topher pretty much neck and neck at the same time. In fact, Fellison managed to pull Chaos first, but unfortunate circumstances with Tia made her kind of wipe out on Chaos. So
yeah, I did see that. It's tough. It's tough doing Chaos one solo, especially with that flow 2 coming out.
yeah,
Should be better this time. She has the red. They have the red mage up, so should be good.
yeah, she should be through this. Rax and Fellison now in dueling Chaos fights. It's like, hey, Zeus got kicked out.
Seeing power bonks and fast from Fellison. Tempers on Rax's side. Swirl. Chaos has all his annoying vanilla skills as well as his annoying vanilla spells.
Yep. Very vanilla fiends. It's kind of great on this flag set. So, Guardian Marcus, anything notable about the seed as you ran it? Anything that you thought was, apart from the grind you took, anything else that kind of stood out to you?
No, not too much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty straightforward.
just having to run around everywhere, go to volcano, and then you're getting key, and then you finally getting floater. Which the way I took. So
Yeah. No, almost everybody took that kind of route, right? Kind of quote unquote last location of the chime into the key into the floater.
All right. Meanwhile,
that-
Phillison has taken down Chaos. We're time at
GG's Phillison.
57:01, and right behind her, Rex 57:18. Get your GGs out in chat for both of them. Meanwhile, after Guardian Markers, we had Pickles and Beer finishing 54:05. Phillison 57:01, and Rex is at 57:19.
And we are joined in the booth by both Fellison and Rax. GG's.
GG's.
Fellison, if you're talking, we can't hear you, unfortunately, but GG's as well.
Oh, my bad. My mic was muted. GG's?
Okay. GG's. So, Fellison, how did what approach would you say, going into the flags with the blessings and everything? Like, describe how that affected your choices.
Well, when I saw the blessings on the preview, I instantly thought, oh, easy, thief, fighter, red mage. Then there was no thief. So I just stuck with 2-man because I've noticed in these flags in a lot of match practices that you often don't need 2 mages, but in this case, having only 1 life caster means that Kraken ends up being Kraken.
Indeed.
Yep, unfortunate.
Something Jesus the Frog just found out the hard way. As he is through Kraken 2 and is going to head on to Chaos. Or, well, to Tia.
Yep. To Tia first and then to Chaos.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
Rax, in
with,
question Oh, go ahead.
With the black mage up, that would still be at least 1 fast charge to counteract that slow too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think this is perfectly doable from this point.
Yeah.
I agree.
With the levels that Jesus has. I wouldn't expect any problems from this point on. But we'll see. And Rax, same question to you. So, how did the blessings affect your kind of initial routing and initial kind of decisions?
Well, I similarly really wanted to take Thief and didn't see one early. I maybe should have just grabbed the Red Mage because the magic was really good after the first town. But I kind of forced the Thief. I found it eventually. I think it was in Gaia. And I don't know, like, it was good, but it probably used time that I didn't have to spend.
Yeah, I think you're the only one on camera who managed to pull the Thief out of, and I do believe it was Gaia. I believe you're correct in that. So, Fellison, how much practice would you say you've done?
Well, I didn't really get to do a lot of pickup races, especially during the holidays, but aside from that, I've been doing a couple seats every now and then.
Yeah.
And come to the conclusion that a 3-man party is extremely efficient in these flags. Since usually I like to just have lots of black casters stacking tempo very fast on the night to take down chaos, but here you're kind of just relaxed waiting for the Cure 4 to come up anyway, so you've got all the time in the world for the buffs.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. How about Rax? How much practice have you done, Rax?
I've probably done like 10, 15 of these. Not enough in some sense. I feel like folks are really honing how to do these. But I had a bunch of other things going on, and so I'm hoping to have more time as the event goes on. The practice has really paid off even on those, though. The first few I did, I just didn't get it. And now I think I do, more or less.
Meanwhile, Jesus the Frog taking same strats everyone's uses. Just buff until that Cure 4 comes out and then start attacking. And then we go... I don't mind have cut the stream earlier. We go straight to the end, but we know that Jesus the Frog did prevail because that's ended, and we are joined in the booth. I just whoop. Well, we were,
There we go.
but meanwhile, after Rax, we had Flurry 14 finishing its second, 58 minutes 25 seconds. Solario Rex finishing in eighth, 59:32. And Jesus the Frog finished ninth at 1 hour, 1 minute, 46 seconds. And we still have one more in progress.
So GG Scissors.
GG.
So you were the one who did not take a Red Mage as the second party member. Give us your thoughts on the decision there.
There's two things. One is I misread the Sage as I was thinking of it as promo Sage, so I wasn't really worried about it too much. Frag was actually just always Sage. And also, I forgot that the fourth slot wasn't forced. I was like, oh, I have to take a Fire Black Mage. That sucks. I wanted a Red Mage. Oh well. For some reason, I forgot you could actually change the fourth slot to any mage you wanted.
That makes some sense. It is normally on these flags, you are forced two party members. That makes a lot of sense.
Yep. Yeah, it would have been a bit easier with a Red Mage from the beginning.
But you managed to pick one up in Provoca, and so
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
All right, I'll give a quick update because everyone has finished or not. So after Jesus, we had Golden Shocker finishing at 1 hour, 2 minutes, 28 seconds, and Bond 1 hour, 12 minutes, 59 seconds. So GG's to everyone.
yes, GG's to all of our runners there. So, I think we've talked in the booth before. I've been asking. I was asking about practice time, but I'm pretty sure I've asked you that question already last week. So we're gonna skip it this time. So, Classic Gamer, do you have any other questions for our runners?
Nope, there was no AOE melee or no AOE magic out of the gate. So how did everyone adjust seeing that?
Well, in my case, it was pretty simple. Just grab a sword to kill Garland pretty easily, and then just know that it's very likely that there'll be one in Provoca. If there isn't, blame Dark Moon.
Blame Darkmoon is
Yeah.
is a really good solution to that problem.
That is an excellent solution to that problem. But fortunately, you had Ice 3 in Provoca.
Yeah, pretty good from there. From there on, you know, then you had Fade, and then Nuke came along later on. So.
I used Nuke like all at once. It was not really impactful.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Fade was level 4, I
3.
think.
Level 3.
3, yes.
Yeah. Pretty good substitute for most of the seed. Yeah, I think this is turning out to be a great winter tournament, and we had 16 runners today.
Oh yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how all the races will pan out.
Yeah, and then we're gonna get into the round of 64. There's gonna be a lot of races. It's gonna be great. So I think we will move ourselves into final thoughts as everybody has finished. So I will start with the winner on stream. Guardian Marcus, any final thoughts for us?
No, I'm really looking forward to the rest of the runs. This is going to be a really fun tournament. So thank you for the tournament committee for, you know, getting everything sorted out and ready to go. Thank you to Sopnum, Classic Gamer, Malkin, and everybody who does restreaming, tracking. You guys are awesome. And GG to all the runners.
Thank you. And Fellison?
Well, I will obviously mirror all the thanks that Marcus gave. And just a quick PSA. If you find a nice armor in the chest and you think to yourself, oh great, I could move the gold bracelet to my red mage to be safe from wizards or something, just in case, but nah, I shouldn't take the time now. Do take the time.
Very good.
That was your surprisingly specific PSA for the day.
Very, very specific. So, Rax?
Yeah. Thank you to everybody involved. Like Marcus said, I'm excited to get my necessary qualifiers done so I can jump in the booth or track on one or two of these before we're out of qualifiers. Although I'm sure there will be a lot of stuff for us to do coming up soon. So, looking forward to it.
And Jesus?
Yeah, it's been fun so far. I like the flags; they're nice and fast. Generally, for me, about an hour every time. I mean, ideally faster, but an hour is fine. It's been fun so far. Looking forward to the rest of this.
Yeah. And so, GG's everybody. So couple housekeeping here as we kind of close out the stream. First off, the async is open for this week. So if you can't make any of the live or many of the live qualifier races, we do have the asyncs as a possibility for you to turn in and get scored. So there's that. We have our live qualifiers happen Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Thursday at 6. Right? If that's correct, Eastern Standard Time. So those will be coming up this week. And if you want to get involved, now's a great time. Winter tournament's open. You just need to race in 3 qualifiers to get your, as Rex mentioned, your requisite qualifiers in so that you can be seeded into the tournament. So now's a great time to get started. So go to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. There you will find links to the randomizer itself, so you can randomize your own seats. Links to the wiki and the presets for Winter Tournament are already up there, so it's great. You just click a button and you get to Winter Tournament seed. Links to the Discord, links to the wiki, and everything else. I do echo all of our runners in thanking Mecklin for doing our restream and Ravioli and Sinpyro for doing our tracking. It's really great to have a good, strong crew here. Makes me look good, makes the commentators look good. And thank you to Classic Gamer for being in the booth with me and chatting today. It's been great. So I will let Classic Gamer close us out.
All right. Well, so again, thank you to all of our runners for putting on a great show. Thank you for Softenum for being. Thank you for Trackers, Epioli, and Pyro, and of course, thank you, Ecla89, for doing the restream, and thank you to RPG Limit Break for hosting us. We've got a lot more winter tournament action coming up, so be sure to catch us. This is Classic Gamer 76 saying, have a great day, everyone.